Kind of nice. I don't know how I look, but the lighting's very bright. Oh, there's not a light on in the room. Not a one. Why God invented the sun. Because the light would be good for the world. Without it, what a dark place we would live in. Oh. Let's see, where am I here? Uh-oh. 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 I don't even know what platform I'm on. I don't even know what platform I'm on. I don't even know what. Oh, I must be on TikTok. Well, okay, I think things happen for a reason. I'd fully planned to go live on Instagram, but I was totally confused. And I kind of believe in life, there are no accidents, and I'm just going to roll with it. But I really thought I was going live on Instagram. And the font for the people that are joining my show was really small. And I was going, hey, do I need new glasses, or what's the deal? I can't see. And then I did a little test, and this is going behind the scenes for you, where I moved my, swiped to the right, if you will, which sounds like a dating app. And all of a sudden the font goes bigger. And I realized, hey, something seems strange about this. Something seems strange about this. Maybe this isn't Instagram, and maybe I'm going live on TikTok. I did the ultimate test. I looked up to the top left corner of my phone, and I realized there was no clock there. There was no clock there. And that verified my thoughts. That although I intended to go live on Instagram, I was, in fact, going live on TikTok. And since I believe there are no accidents, and that everything happens for a reason, although my first instinct, I will not kid you, was to act like it didn't happen and hang up and go live on the other social media platform. Cooler heads prevailed. Oh, did they prevail? This is an image of a cooler head for you. And I kept talking. Just kind of realized, I think my window can open up here. I guess why wouldn't it open up? But I'm staying in an extended stay. Been here for about, 7 weeks or so. And the place I'm at backs up to a big highway that travels across east-west across northern Illinois, and is a major thoroughfare for the western suburbs of Chicago into Chicago, and gets a fair amount of traffic. And even through the shut window, I can hear the humming of the cars, and occasionally there'll be a loud motorcycle flying down the highway. Maybe it's best to not open those windows and hide a little bit in the safety of the relative quiet of my room. Hello, Ramil. Thank you for liking the live, and good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Tuesday morning. It is October 8th. It is 8:08 a.m. Happy Tuesday. It's a show I've been doing for a while. It's a show about me talking. It's a show about me sharing some feelings. kind of sharing the journey of one man that is life. Or maybe the journey of one man's life. Sharing the roller coaster we're on. Kind of sharing the ups and downs and sharing some stuff. Because we all go through stuff. We all go through stuff. Yesterday, I went through a lot of stuff. Oh, did I go through stuff yesterday. But it was a good day. I think the days maybe when we're most challenged and we rise up and face our challenges and move forward despite the challenges we're facing are our best days and days to be proudest of and look back again with pride. And I feel I did that yesterday, and I did a ton of productive things yesterday, and I worked through some stuff, and looking back on it, and maybe that's why I'm starting so late, and might be why I slept in this morning. Because despite the stuff that is going on in my life and your lives, if you can move forward productively, whatever that means, kind of like walk and enjoy despite our circumstances. I don't know. I think we have a way to get where we're going. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know this is not just a show about me talking. You know, it is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I have a nice hot cup of coffee, and I am so excited to have my first sip on this Tuesday morning. My hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Made it stronger today. Yesterday I went live and took a sip of my coffee. And the bag was, I don't know how much was left in the bag, but maybe a third of the bag. And I was going, I don't know, maybe I'll just pour a little less in today, and I'll enjoy it just the same. So I took my swig on my live show that I do every morning. Tasted it, but there wasn't a whole heck of a lot of taste. And I honestly struggled to find what flavor I was drinking. I'd forgotten about it. Good morning to you, Josh. So today, despite the fact there was probably enough coffee, if I was frugal with the grounds to get 2 pots out of, I said, what the heck, I'm worth one nice flavorful pot. Damn tomorrow. Damn tomorrow. So I made my coffee strong, and it's the pumpkin spice, and it tastes really good. Oh, yeah. Whoa, it's past 8 o'clock. I don't even know how this happened. I mean, I do know how it happened. I woke up a few times during the night. Worked last night, had a pretty good shift. I work at a restaurant here in Naperville, Illinois, where I'm waiting tables. Been waiting here for about 2 months. Was faced with a few financial hurdles yesterday. A few surprise, little jinx in the armor, if you will. And I got a lot of financial responsibilities. I'm twice divorced. I have 4 beautiful kids, and to help support in any way I can. And so anyway, a couple months ago, I started working in Naperville at a fairly nice restaurant, and I enjoy it. It's a good experience. I'm pretty good at it. I think the customers tend to like me, and the pay's pretty good. But I need really good, when you're twice divorced, any man out there considering divorce, divorce is expensive and taxing socially, and I'm sure it is for women as well, spiritually and relationship-wise and financially. And when you're twice divorced, it's twice as taxing. And because of that, I've been kind of working my way and trying to find betterment. And, I don't need big fancy things in my life or a huge house or a Rolls Royce or anything. But as a guy that's left a career 2 years ago, I left it, and it always offered the opportunity. I was a realtor for 17 years, and it always offered the opportunity for real big paychecks, and occasionally we'd get a real big paycheck. But it was almost the carrot on the end of the stick. And if I looked at, my average annual income as a realtor compared to what I'd probably make this year if I waited all year, the income would probably be the same. The income would probably be the same. And I did better than most realtors, because most realtors are really struggling. And it's nice to go in and know I'm going to get a certain amount of money, some amount of money each day, and get a paycheck every 2 weeks and have a fair idea of what it's going to be. So you can kind of start budgeting and planning. But still, the sum of it all, given my certain situation, isn't probably enough. And I had a couple surprises. I kind of felt I was scraping my way through it. And have you been there, Robo? Robo said he's been there, and it's rough times too. I appreciate anybody that, I'm not looking for a woe is me at all. But as I've said to many people, the math doesn't work out right. I understand the system and the way it's working and what it's designed to do. But it's tough probably on everybody. And the math's not working out right. So no matter how much I work, and again, when, if everything's going okay and there's no financial surprises along the way, I can kind of keep my head up above water and make a little headway. Yesterday I had a couple financial surprises, and suddenly the life raft I was on popped, and I went, and I go, crap. I'm really tired of getting dunked back under the water. What am I going to do about it? So the first thing I did, because when you're sometimes absolutely clueless on what to do, I think the first thing you do is just do something small that's a good habit that is positive in your life. And for me, it could be making your bed, but I do that every morning, or cleaning your house. Or what I chose yesterday was going to work out. And I was going, kind of freaked out a little bit. And I went to the gym, worked out for, 35, 40 minutes or something, felt real good. I knew I was working later in the day, so I had kind of a free day. And I knew I needed to be productive with it and get as much done as I could. So I grabbed my computer on the way out the door, and after my workout went to my favorite coffee shop and had a resume that I put together 6 months ago that looks pretty good, but it wasn't updated, and probably could have looked a little better, and spent an hour or so updating that. And part of this might be just mental stuff I'm feeling good about that might not account to anything, but you never know. And got on the Indeed app, which is a job finder, puts people looking for jobs together with people that have jobs. It works out well that way. And, sat down. When you've been a realtor for 17 years, and before that a stockbroker for 10, and you've done fairly well, but I think the real estate's harder than people know to leave that, because it's your own business, and when you leave it, part of you feels like your business failed. and you had to shut the shutters down. And I bet that's true with a lot of small business owners. When a restaurant they start, or a hardware store they start, or a dream they chase doesn't work out the way they'd expected the dream to go, I bet that's hard on a lot of people. And you go, okay, now what do I do? Now what do I do? And I get asked a lot, do you want to go back into real estate? No. Am I getting out of the real estate game, or am I already out? No, I've been out for almost 2 years. And I'll tell you what, that is something I do not regret leaving. There were big paychecks. There was independence. There was a lot of parties and a lot of, there were some good things to it. There were good things to it. But for me, it wasn't rewarding. It was residential. I worked at Keller Williams and Coldwell Banker and Remax during my career. And I think it taught me a lot. And it was an interesting experience. And I thought I'd be really good at it. I thought I'd be real good at it. I try hard. I work hard. I smile. I'm friendly. People generally like me. And it was still a struggle. It was still a struggle. And I'll tell you what. Again, when you get divorced, your struggles are added to, because you have an extra household that you're helping support. And, I think in an ideal world, if you're a realtor, you'd have a spouse that is bringing in an income every, 2 weeks, bringing in a paycheck. And if you had a rough month in real estate, you'd be okay because you had your partner bringing in some income. But it was the opposite that way of that. And so when I had rough months, it was really quite rough. Yeah. So anyway, I'm working on Coffee with Ken, and I'm doing the Coffee with Ken show. And has my faith changed one way or the other through adversity? Yes, because if your faith doesn't change and you deal with adversity, that leaving a career and struggling financially and relationship falling apart and divorce can do, either you can have more faith or you can have less faith. And I know and I saw what the path of less faith did to my brother. And I saw that I didn't want to go down the path of less faith. So somewhere along the last 5 or 6 years, I started going to church. And I still don't know where I fit in. And I have an annoying way of alienating people on both sides. I talk about going to a Christian church, but if I, you're never going this far this way, or you're going too far if you're on that side. And because I'm kind of on my path and talk about my path, I tend to seem to alienate the extremes on both sides. Well, to hell with the extremes. To hell with the extremes. If you don't like it, change the channel. But anyway, my faith increased tremendously. I was sitting there in my proverbial dark apartment that I was living in 5 years ago. And I was drinking every day, and I had broken up with the woman in my dreams, and my real estate career at the time was smashed to hell. And I didn't have any closings scheduled, and I didn't know how I was going to pay for food, much less pay for rent and child support and other things. And I'm only laughing about it because it just got worse, because you think you're bottoming out, and you had a negative self-voice, and you had all these negative images of yourself. And the way I dealt with the negative voice was drinking or having sex or gambling or doing other things. I tell you, none of those are super productive. None of those are super productive outlets for anxiety or fear or stress or depression. So I went out and I met a buddy for lunch just over 5 years ago now. And we were having drinks at lunch. And I didn't want to go home to my dark apartment because the only way I could find joy was getting, rush from drinking or gambling or sex again. So I decided I'd go to the casino and went to the casino. I ended up winning about $800. So there was a brightness to the story. And it was fortunate I did, I'll tell you that. Because I got pulled over on the way home, and there were flashing lights behind me, and I evidently had been speeding, and ended up getting a DUI. And somehow found my way after going to do the fingerprints and go through everything you go through as you're just been arrested for the first time in your life, and you're in the back of a cop car and you're going, oh my gosh, I spent all my life trying to be a good kid, and here I am in the back of a cop car. I was probably an obstinate jerk at the police station. I know I was. I don't think people believe it, but I actually sent apology cards to the cop and the woman that checked me in because I was drunk and being a jerk and saying I didn't think I will, probably like everybody, or at least a lot of the people that they bring in, they think they were in the right somehow. But anyway, but got home that night and realized, or that morning, and realized that, that my problems were more than I can handle. By worrying about and by fretting through and stressing over every day. I honestly, I don't know if I gave them to God. Probably wasn't there. I just said, I can't worry about it all. I can't worry about it all. And that sounds irresponsible, but sometimes the stuff we're going through is more than we can handle. And, I know Christianity says give it to God, and maybe other faiths do as well. But I just said, I can't sit here and spend every moment stressed as heck and frightened about everything and worrying what's going to happen at court and how am I going to pay my... It was horrific. It was really quite horrific. It didn't stop me from drinking, though. Didn't stop me from drinking. I didn't stop drinking for another 2 years. And that was for an unrelated thing. I mean, it was probably a cumulative effect of going, this just isn't working. And so, despite that I'm in front of you today, with still many financial issues and a couple hurdles I tripped over yesterday, I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm where I'm supposed to be, and that comes from faith. And that comes from knowing I worked hard last night at the restaurant and made fairly good money. And I spent an hour updating my resume and another 2 hours sending resumes out to various job positions. I don't know if I'm going to get accepted for any of them, but because honestly, again, as a person that left the real estate business, I don't know exactly what I want to do at all. I don't know what I want to do at all. Car sales has always kind of interested me. I like cars. I applied. Hold on, let me get some more coffee. I want to keep this story going. What? Don't worry, I'm okay. And this might not be the best strategy for job searching. But I'm going, what would I kind of enjoy doing? What do I like? Well, I like cars. I always have. I know about cars. I think I'm a very personable, outgoing, friendly person. I think I'd probably do well in cars. I love the new car smell. What kind of cars do I like? I like German cars. I've owned a bunch of different German cars before. Maybe we should apply to a German car company. And I searched on Indeed various German car companies that I've owned before. Sent them my new resume and added a cover letter to it. And it was a fairly impersonal, friendly, quickly written cover letter. But they said, why do you want to work here? And I kind of told them like I did. I've always loved cars. I'm good at sales, and I love the new car smell. And I think my positive attitude and my hardworking nature would be a benefit to your dealership. I don't know if I'll get a job offer from any of them, but it felt good. Judy said, work is work. If your life balance is good, doesn't matter if we like our job, does it? Judy, I totally disagree. I don't think work is work at all. I think if you look at work as work and you're working for 8 to 10 hours a day, that's got to suck. That's got to suck. I hope what my children do, they love what they do. And they don't look at it as work. And I know there's going to be hard days in every job, and no job is easy. But I hope the teachers that are teaching my kids love what they do. I hope the firemen that are keeping our neighborhoods safe love what they do. I hope the cops that are patrolling the streets love what they do. Yeah. I expect when I go into a business, the people I see at that business don't look at it as work, and it doesn't matter if you like your job. I don't agree with that at all. So. I would hope the guy picking up garbage in the garbage truck feels good about what he does. And feels like he's being productive, and he likes waking early, and he likes getting done early, and he feels like he's being productive and keeping the world beautiful. So, anyway, I didn't stop at car dealerships. Typed in social media. Mowing God said, liking what you do for a career is different from having just a bad day. Oh, it certainly is, because any job's going to throw you a curve, I say all the time, I like waiting tables, but sometimes we'll have bad days where I don't feel I'm able to keep up or give my customers good service, or it's a slow day, or what have you. We all have bad days, and we shouldn't judge a relationship, our lives, our careers by a bad day or an outlier. Mowing God says he's glad his job was challenging. It kept it interesting. Yeah. Robomeister says, once I found what I love, it all changed. I think I love doing coffee with Ken. And I think it makes a difference. I haven't figured out how to make a career of it or a profession of it. And even saying that makes it cheapens it a little bit. But I almost think I need to stop worrying about doing that. I almost think I need to stop worrying about that and just keep doing it because I love it. And everything else will take care of itself. Golden Queen says, we live for paying bills. No matter what we do, we work to survive, for survival. I don't just work for survival. Although, you sure need the money. But I think if I had all the money in the world, I wouldn't go lay on a beach. I wouldn't go lay on a beach or watch the grass grow, or, I might take a vacation. But if I had all the money in the world, I don't know if I'd wait tables or not. I probably wouldn't wait tables. But I enjoy it. I'm good at it. Tables like me. They say nice things to me. They smile when I bring them their food. They laugh when I tell them my jokes. I like that. I don't know if I'd do it if I had all the money in the world. I probably wouldn't pick up every shift I could. But maybe I'd go in a couple days a week. I doubt it, but almost. RoboMeister says he agrees, and now I have to find someone or the thing to fund it. I appreciate that, RoboMeister. I like your attitude. I don't know who this RoboMeister is. RoboMeister, are you a longtime follower or are you new? You must not be new. I think you're way too supportive of me to be brand new. You must have been following my journey just a little bit. And I appreciate your casino joke. Oh, well, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I hope you subscribe. I hope you follow my page. I hope you like my videos and my content. Hope you like coffee. But if you don't, that's okay too. That's okay too. You do you. You be you. So anyway, it is Tuesday morning. Do I have any tattoos? William Hennigan wants to know. No, I do not have one tattoo. Not a fan of tattoos. Yeah. Clearly, society has decided I'm wrong because almost everybody has tattoos. I see normal, I hate to say normal looking people walking in. And they have a tattoo on their calf or something like that. Again, I'm old. I might be a fuddy-dud. Yeah. Hard times make hard men. Hard men make soft times. Soft times make soft men, and soft men make hard times. Any birthmarks? No. My eye color is blue. Thank you for asking. It's a very light blue. My dad had light blue eyes. Everybody else, my mom and my 3 siblings, had brown eyes. It was the big A, little a, or big B, little b played out in front of us. And it worked out. But anyway, it's Tuesday. I'm not working today, as I told my boss. As I was punching out last night, I don't know, about 9 o'clock last night, that, wow, I got 2 days off. I haven't had 2 days off in a while. Honestly, if there's a shift available, I'll pick it up because I believe in moving forward. And I know for me, finances are a key part of moving forward. So if I have an opportunity to go in and pick up some money, whether it's a lot of money or a little money, it's a win. I also want to move forward in a bunch of other ways, and I think I felt really good. I felt I had hope once I put my resume together again and read it through and felt good about where I was and looked at some jobs and sent out some resumes. And, again, we'll see if I get any response to any of those. I think you got to open up a lot of doors to find a great opportunity, or often you do, or the more doors you open, the better opportunity you'll have to get an opportunity. So I'm probably going to spend a couple hours doing that. I'm going to continue to work on Coffee with Ken because I think this is eventually where I'm going to end up. And edit some videos and post a few shorts and reels and TikToks on various social media platforms. I'm going to post this live on a couple different social media platforms as well. Golden Queen asked, have I ever become a millionaire? There's a really funny story to that. I was a millionaire one day. And it's funny because Ryan asked about day trading in the morning, because day trading is just gambling, Ryan. And it works until it doesn't work. It works until it doesn't work. And you might think you've cracked the code and you figured it out and you can beat the system, but I did too. And it was in 1999, 2000, and 2001 during the tech bubble when anything you bought did real well. And there was a pattern. A company had come public, some hot IPO that was trees.com or lamps.com, and it was anything that had a .com associated with it, and they were going to sell trees or lamps online. And the stock went straight up on the initial public offering, and then it kind of drifted back down, and you bought it in the flag pattern when it kind of drifted back down. And then 2 weeks later, the company that brought them public would say, hey, it's a buy, and then it would hit a new high and triple in price. And I recognized that pattern and played that pattern to the point. In 1999, I had an expensive car. And even though it was 3 years used at that point, I was able to sell it, pay off some debt, and still have about 30 grand left over. And I took that 30 grand and put it into the markets. And in the next 2 months, I turned that 30 grand into like $14,000. And I go, maybe I'm not meant to do this. But then the market changed, and suddenly as the market changed, I got smarter. And by the end of the year, that 14 grand became 100. And I go, wow, I turned 14 grand into 100 in 3 months. I must really be good. I must be really smart at this. I must be really good at this. So I left my job, which didn't bother me because I'd been a stockbroker for 10 years and I was no longer any good at it or believed in it or thought I was adding any value into the world, and only thought about my paycheck, which is a horrible way to feel. And day traded full time. And first of all, I found it rather lonely and boring. You know, because the only rush was when you bought a stock and made money. And every day I'd go, well, I have a lot of money in the account, but what am I going to do today? Am I getting better? Am I contributing to the world in any meaningful way? And I thought, no. But anyway, that summer came along and I was getting lucky. I was hitting a bunch of stocks that were going straight up. I mean, again, it was a simple pattern to follow, and I recognized it and was taking advantage of it. And I told my buddy that if my account hit $1 million by the end of the year, and at this point it was at like $500,000, and it might have been in October of that year, and I think it was 2000. I told him if I got to $1 million by the end of the year, I'd buy him a Porsche Boxster. And I put all my money, because that's what I did, because I had a system and it was working. Into a company called Befree. And you can look up the stock symbol, BFRE. And you can look at it. I'm sure you can go back and find the chart of this company back in 2000. And I bought 25,000 shares, and it was trading at, 30 or 40. And again, I'm kind of going from 25-year-old memory, so if my math's not right, but my math's usually pretty right. And I did it on margin because why not? Load the boat. And it spiked up, and then I bought it over here. And then some company came up, and it went from like 30 to 100 in like 2 or 3 days. And my account went from 400 or 500,000 to 1 million for one day. For one day. So sort of, I still owe my friend a Porsche Boxster. But I didn't run out that day and buy him that Porsche Boxster. And I think because of that, the world started spinning in a different direction. And fate started turning in a different direction for me. And whether I sold BFRE or not, again, BFRE was the stock symbol, or not, the next stock I bought didn't react the same way. And things started changing. And lo and behold, the new year turned, and I'd made like $470,000 that year. And I tell you what, you owe taxes on that money. And my tax bill that year turned out, and I was in the and my account was going down, and it had hit $1 million, and started trading down, and was went to 800,000, and then 7, then 600,000. I'm going, hey, I don't know what my tax bill is going to be for last year, but I hope it's not more than 600,000. And I did my taxes, and I owed $169,000 for the trading profits that I'd realized the year before. And the account that I was trading through, I don't know what it was. I think it might have been Ameritrade, maybe. Only let you write $25,000 checks at a time. And so I wrote 6 checks for $25,000 to the IRS and 1 check for either $19,000 or $9,000 to pay my tax bill, leaving me, I don't know, by the time the smoke cleared, maybe 150 or 200 grand in my account, which I slowly spent / traded down to very little, and go, hey, this isn't really working anymore. This isn't really working. Maybe I wasn't as smart as I thought. Maybe it was the proverbial tech bubble that happened in 2000. And maybe I was just in the right place at the right time. And got a job, waited tables, worked at a bank as an investment guy for a while, started managing or helping my dad with his printing shop. He owned a printing shop. Enjoyed that, thought it'd be neat to run my own business. My dad and I butted heads because I had dreams that weren't his dreams and thought his business should be run a different way. And it was his business, so it should be run his way. But it's not what I thought at the time. I had bigger, better ideas. And left that and kind of bounced around for a little bit and got into real estate because I wanted to run my own business. 17 years later, was 2 years ago. I just stopped drinking. I was doing my Coffee with Ken show. I enjoyed it. I left real estate. I didn't want to pay the MLS dues or deal with the crap that goes into being a realtor. And so left that and kept building Coffee with Ken, done various things, finalized a divorce, worked at Target, lived in my car, lived in Yellowstone, started waiting tables. Moved back to Chicago because I needed to get back to Chicago because my kids needed me and I needed them. Started waiting tables 2 months ago here in Chicago, and that brings you to today. To today or to yesterday, when a couple financial surprises came across my path. And I said, hey, although I'm making good money waiting tables every night and enjoy what I'm doing and I'm good at what I'm doing because of my financial responsibilities and because of past financial pitfalls that revisited me yesterday, I better update my resume and send it out. And that's what I did. So today is Tuesday morning. And my boss, I was saying, I go, wow, I got 2 days off, the next 2 days off. He goes, hey, well, enjoy it. Enjoy it. I go, well, I got to figure a way to be as productive as I can. And he goes, well, I wish you luck with that. And he's a really good guy. And for me, productive meant coming home, getting a good night's sleep. So I have because sleep's important, and our attitude's important, and our well-being is important. And if we don't get some rest and we don't get some sleep to balance the work we do and the working out we do, we're going to break down. And I didn't want to break down. So I got a good night's sleep. I'm here before you today, wrapping up a live show on Tuesday morning, talking for just about an hour, and drinking some coffee. My tummy's gurgling a little bit. And I'm looking forward to my day and to moving forward and to making the best I can of the day I have in front of me. Teddy Kizzy asked me, what keeps me fighting? Well, you either can keep fighting or you get your ass kicked. And I don't want to get my ass kicked. And I know God blessed me with a lot of talent. And I haven't been putting that talent to work in the right places. I don't think I was meant to be a stockbroker. I don't think I was even meant to be in finance. Somebody suggested, you find a headhunter and they'll get you a job in finance that suits my background. I don't want a job that suits my background. I can look back at my background. I see what I did and what I didn't do and what I liked and what I didn't like. I think I am putting myself out there. What was I most grateful for this Tuesday morning? It's funny, Jack, because I was struggling getting out of bed, honestly. And I said, all right, God, what should I do? And God said, you know what to do, Ken. You got to keep going. And I go, okay, what does that mean? And God said, you know what it means, Ken. You got to think of 5 things to be grateful for. And I will tell you what, I felt grateful. I felt grateful for the night's sleep I got, the comfortable bed, the roof over my head, even though it's an extended stay. And then I thought about some of the challenges I've been dealing with over the last, 12 years. And honestly, and I don't mean any disrespect. It's just kind of funny. And I thought of my ex-wives and how frustrating it is being divorced and wishing things were different. And I kid you not. And I said, okay, I am thankful for my ex-wives. I said it like that. And the love they're giving my babies when I'm not there to give my babies love. And I kind of chuckled about it because I tell you what, it took digging deep into the gratitude pool. And but it made me feel a lot better. Made me feel a lot better. I don't know if it made them feel any better. It probably didn't make them feel any better about me or the struggles we're dealing with, but made me feel a lot better. And then I thought about my coffee. And I got up and I made my coffee and I sat down and I tried to go live on a different social media platform. And I realized I was live here on TikTok. Dave Mason wants to know, am I depressed? Do I seem depressed? I don't think I'm depressed at all. I don't think I'm depressed at all. I mean, I go through tough times. I bleed, I cry, I scrape my knee. But I almost think, don't take this the wrong way. To quote Blues Brothers, I think I'm on a mission from God. I kid you not, I really do. And I think I was kind of lost. I think I was kind of lost for most of my life. And I think for the first time, and I'm not there, and I'm not doing everything right or doing anything perfect or whatever. And I'm going to do things that aren't perfect today. I'm going to feel guilt, shame, envy, anger today. I'm going to, I haven't figured it all out. I was at my coffee shop a week ago, and there was a man of the cloth. I asked him, I came up to him, and he was talking about how life can be challenging. And I think he said he was an Orthodox priest or an ordained, it was something like that, an Orthodox priest. And he was talking to somebody who he was with, and he was talking about some of the challenges he deals with. And I came up and I go, hey, excuse me, are you a man of the cloth? And he said, he goes, yeah, I think he said an Orthodox priest. I apologize if I'm wrong or phrasing that wrong, but it's not intended to. And I go, wow, it's kind of refreshing hearing a man of the cloth talk about the challenges they face. Because I think we often look at the leaders in our lives, the teachers in our lives, the pastors in our lives, maybe the wealthy people in our lives, like they've got it all figured out and they have all the answers. And I think that what the answer they have is that they know they don't have all the answers, and that they know they're not supposed to have all the answers, but they believe in the path they're on and the mission they're on, and that they're doing the right thing, even if they don't know where that path leads. And I feel that with me. And again, I know there's people out there that aren't happy with me and don't like me and don't like the decisions I make or made or what have you. But what other people think of you is none of your business. And so all you can do is your best. Teddy Kizzy wants to know, do I see any path to expand the show, entertainment, or social media money as a career? I certainly do. I certainly do. It grows every day. It grows every day. I make a little bit of money on it. But I have issues that need resolved now. And right now I'm solving those issues by picking up every shift I can. And yesterday I had a couple surprise hiccups in my financial life that tightened the screws a little more than I wanted them tightened. And I said I can lay around and wait to work tonight and kick and scream and cry and moan, or I can get up, go to the gym, get a good workout in, put my resume together, look at some jobs, send out the resume, go into work with a great attitude, come home, get a good night's sleep, go live in the morning, and take on the day with a lot of energy and spirit. And that's what I'm going to do today. And I want to thank you so much for watching today and joining me here on this Tuesday morning. I appreciate you sharing some of your day with me, following along in my little journey. Wonder where our journey's my journey's gonna take us next. We don't know, but we're gonna make the best decisions we can and do the best we can today. And I am super excited about my day. And I hope you're excited about your day as well. And I hope you are feeling good. And I hope you got a great night's sleep. And I hope you got a hot cup of coffee. And thank you, Panther Girl. And thank you, everybody, for joining today. I really appreciate you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you are loving yourself. I hope you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.